Hello and welcome. This is ASO TV News. I am Tina Oje Achu. The headlines. President Bola Tinubu to address world leaders at UN on September 23. Nigeria's First Lady Mrs. Tinubu seeks greater protection for aid workers as nation marks World Humanitarian Day. Federal Capital Territory Administration begins demolition as encroachment threatens Abuja development. Kujere chairman inspects abandoned damaged facilities, pledges urgent intervention. And the Transport Ministry inaugurates Committee for Smart National Transport Database. Data Bank. And now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu will join world leaders to address the 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly General Debate on Wednesday, September 23rd in New York. President Tinubu is scheduled as the 10th speaker during the morning session on day 2 of the high-level general debate holding from September 22 to September 28 at the UN headquarters. The provisional list of speakers obtained shows Tinubu will deliver his statement during the morning session. The president will join a lineup of 193 world leaders, including over 150 heads of state and government, and more than 40 others, including vice presidents, deputy prime ministers, ministers, and other senior government officials. As tradition dictates, Brazil's President Luiz da Silva will open the debate on September 22, followed by U.S. President Donald Trump as a host country president. The theme for UNGA 81, to be presided over by Khalil Rahman of Bangladesh, is Restoring Trust, Managing Transformation. The United Nations that delivers for all. A week-long high-level debate will be a busy outing for President Tinubu, who is expected to participate in several high-level meetings, site events, and major summits on climate action, sea level rise, and pandemic preparedness. He will have a high-level meeting with outgoing UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, whose two-term tenure ends on December 31, 2026. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his personal commitment and that of the All Progressives Congress to the 2027 Peace Accord, pledging that the ruling party will conduct its campaign in a manner that promotes peace, national stability, and democratic progress. Tinubu made the commitment on Tuesday in Abuja at the signing of the Peace Accord ahead of the 2027 presidential election, where he was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume. The president urged all political parties, candidates, and their supporters to reject violence, hate speech, misinformation, and the exploitation of ethnic and religious sentiments during the election campaign. He said political disagreements and competing policy visions were legitimate elements of democracy, but warned that political campaigns must not threaten national cohesion. The president said the APC rejected violence, hate speech, misinformation, and incitement during the use of artificial intelligence and social media to manipulate public opinion or inflame tensions. President Tinubu also cautioned against treating elections as a do-or-die affair, stressing that all political actors remain partners in nation building. The president also highlighted improvements in Nigeria's electoral process, particularly the deployment of technology by the Independent National Electoral Commission through the Permanent Voters Card and Bimodal Voter Accreditation System. He expressed confidence that adherence to the Peace Accord would contribute to peaceful campaigns, credible elections, and stronger democratic institutions ahead of the 2027 polls. Ahead of the 2027 general elections, a group G100 political movement and the minority caucus of the House of Representatives have intensified consultations aimed at bringing opposition parties and political actors together under a common platform capable of challenging the ruling All Progressives Congress. A meeting between the group's delegation, led by its convener, Salihu Lukman, and the Minority Caucus of the House of Representatives, led by Minority Leader Mr. Fred Agbedi, held on Tuesday at the National Assembly Abuja, preparatory to its proposed summit for August 31st. Speaking after the meeting, leader of the House Minority Caucus, Mr. Agbedi, described the engagement as successful, saying it marked the sealing of the partnership between the G100 and the Minority Caucus. He said both groups agreed to join their efforts towards strengthening democracy and providing Nigerians with a credible alternative ahead of the 2027 elections. The lawmaker called on opposition parties, political leaders, and presidential aspirants to look beyond individual ambitions and begin negotiations towards a common political arrangement capable of mounting a strong opposition to the APC. Earlier, the leader of the G100, a former APC National Vice Chairman, Mr. Lukman, said the G100 is prepared to facilitate whatever discussions and negotiations would be required to bring the opposition forces together ahead of the 2027 polls. Nigerian First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has called for greater protection for humanitarian workers and stronger global solidarity to effectively respond to conflicts, disasters, and other emergencies. Mrs. Tinubu, in her message commemorating the 2026 World Humanitarian Day on Wednesday, also stressed the need to empower local communities to take the lead in developing sustainable responses to humanitarian crises. This year's World Humanitarian Day, marked annually on August 19, has the theme Strengthening Global Solidarity and Empowering Local Communities. The First Lady paid tribute to humanitarian workers across the world for their sacrifices and commitment to providing assistance to vulnerable people, particularly those affected by conflict and disasters. Speaking on the theme of the World Humanitarian Day 2026, Strengthening Global Solidarity and Empowering Local Communities, she commended the courage, dedication, and selfless service of humanitarian workers who bring hope and relief to people affected by conflict, disasters, and other emergencies. Mrs. Tinubu said the theme of this year's commemoration underscored the importance of ensuring the safety of aid workers while building stronger international cooperation and enhancing the capacity of communities to respond to emergencies. According to her, sustainable humanitarian interventions require not only global support, but also the active involvement and empowerment of communities directly affected by crisis. She urged governments, organizations, communities, and individuals to continue to demonstrate compassion towards people facing humanitarian emergencies and uphold the dignity of every human life. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike, on Tuesday directed the immediate demolition of houses and other structures obstructing designated water channels and green spaces across the capital. The exercise came barely 3 days after heavy rainfall submerged homes, businesses, and vehicles in parts of the FCT, including the High-Bro Maitama districts. Wike, who gave the directive after inspecting flood-affected areas in Maitama, said the demolition would commence immediately and continue until Saturday, irrespective of ongoing political activities or the status of the owners of the affected properties. The minister said the affected structures were not recently constructed and were largely owned by wealthy Nigerians, stressing that the government would no longer allow social status to prevent the enforcement of development regulations. The minister also frowned at the conversion of designated green areas in the capital into other uses, vowing that the administration would protect Abuja's environmental assets. He said the government would continue to enforce planning regulations irrespective of how long illegal developments had existed, adding that the administration would focus on addressing problems in the FCT rather than engage in political arguments. The chairman of Kuje Area Council, Samuel Shekolu, has led government officials and relevant stakeholders on a two-day inspection tour of damaged, abandoned and ongoing infrastructure projects across the council. The inspection covered health centers, schools, security facilities, town halls, the water plants, drainage construction sites and other public infrastructure with the aim of assessing their current condition and identifying areas requiring urgent intervention. Belumi Adeyemi tells us more.
In a two-day inspection exercise, Kuje Area Council Chairman Mr. Danjuma Samuel Shekolu led his team to various communities to assess the current state of various public infrastructure. He stated that the inspection provided an opportunity to see the condition of projects that have either been damaged, abandoned or under construction.
Today, the first day for us to go around our facilities, has to do with the area council, clinics that we have, water scheme system across, including police station, because of course, you know, security of life and property is our responsibility too. Going around to look at the facilities and see their status, to know what is happening around them, and of course, to some certain level, yes, but not really good.
The chairman, Mr. Shekolu, said the exercise was not only about inspecting facilities, but also developing practical solutions to infrastructure challenges confronting residents. He stressed the importance of accountability, proper maintenance and collaboration with relevant stakeholders to ensure that public infrastructure serve its intended purpose.
That is one big challenge problem we have. It is a general thing where government built a facility. Another problem is for the community to maintain it to their own use. There are places that you don't wait for government to come and take care of those places. You do it because, of course, that is the reason why they are there.
The inspection also provided an opportunity for the chairman to interact with police officers, receiving first-hand information on the security situation within the communities under the Kuje Area Division.
So if your commissioner of police is going to arrest those people, you cannot rest. You too, you put more gear to get them. And that's why we are clearing them. You see the work we did in Kayeda and other places, and we are still doing it. Zamfara Garage, all our boundaries. Even the attack recently, you saw what we did. We were there before time and we arrested some people too.
We will see what we can do to also assist in terms of facilitating the facility of Kuje Division and some other division too within the council. And that is why we have come here to have first-hand information about ourselves.
Mr. Danjuma Samuel Shekolu and his team members reiterated their commitment to providing the area council with a clearer assessment of infrastructure needs and guides for future rehabilitation for development purpose. Belumi Adeyemi, ASO Television News.
The Gwagwalada Area Council Chairman, Comrade Kasimu Muhammad Ikwa, has signed an agreement with Mentality Change Consultancy Limited for the implementation of the Gwagwalada Area Council Scholarship Sponsorship Program, aimed at providing educational opportunities for 50 indigenous and indigent students of the Area Council. The agreement was signed by the chairman alongside the Director of Administration, Alhaji Abdullahi Yusuf, and the Council's legal officer as part of efforts by the Kasimu Muhammad Ikwa administration to invest in the education and future of young people within the Area Council. According to a statement issued by the chairman's senior special assistant on media and publicity, Muhammad Isa Hassan, the scholarship program is designed to support 50 carefully selected indigenous and indigent students of Gwagwalada Area Council who may face financial challenges in pursuing higher education. The statement said the beneficiaries will receive scholarship to study professional and career-oriented courses including medicine, nursing, law, computer science, cybersecurity, civil engineering, computer engineering, and electrical and electronic engineering. Speaking on the significance of the agreement, the council chairman, Comrade Kasimu Muhammad Ikwa, emphasized the commitment of his administration to human capital development, describing education as a major instrument for empowering young people and building a prosperous society. He said the scholarship program would not only assist the immediate beneficiaries but would also contribute to the long-term development of Gwagwalada Area Council by producing skilled professionals who could contribute meaningfully to the growth of their communities and the nation at large. Another promise made by the Abaji Area Council administration is on the verge of becoming a reality as the Agena Town Hall in Agena Pandagi Ward has reached 95% completion under the purposeful leadership of the chairman Abaji Area Council, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi. The near completion of the project stands as another testament to the chairman's commitment to fulfilling his promises to the people and providing critical infrastructure that will directly impact communities across the 10 wards of the Area Council. The Agena Town Hall is expected to provide a conducive and functional space for community meetings, social engagement, development-oriented programs, and other activities that promote unity, cooperation, and grassroots participation in governance. The project is also a clear demonstration of the AUA administration's renewal agenda, which places emphasis on the rehabilitation, renovation, and provision of essential infrastructure across Abaji Area Council. With the project now at 99% completion, residents of Agena Pandagi Ward are looking forward to the final delivery and commissioning of the facility, which is expected to further enhance community activities and provide the people with a befitting public facility. The development underscores the administration's determination to spread meaningful development across the 10 wards while ensuring that government projects are not concentrated in only a few communities. For the people of Agena Pandagi Ward, the Agena Town Hall is not merely a building but a symbol of renewed hope, purposeful leadership, and the chairman's determination to translate promises into tangible projects. The project therefore adds to the growing list of infrastructure interventions being undertaken by the AUA administration in its quest to renew Abaji Area Council and improve the quality of life of its people. You're watching ASO Television News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on Star Times TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We're also on the UHF band on channel 38. Still to come. Ministry inaugurates Committee for Smart National Transport Database. Stay with us for details of this and more stories shortly.
In Biggie's house, there's no place to hide. And even when you think no one is watching, the energy can swing in an instant. This BB Naija Season 11. Everything burns brighter. Only the biggest moves tip the scale. Because nothing is given. But everything is for the taking when the world watches. Will you be outshined, or will you step up and take the spotlight? Big Brother Naija Season 11. Showing 24/7 on DSTV channel 198 and GoTV channel 49. Headline sponsor, Bet Power.
Many thanks for joining us again. The Federal Ministry of Transportation has inaugurated a committee to oversee the implementation of Nigeria's Smart National Transport Data Bank. Inaugurating the committee in Abuja, the ministry's permanent secretary, Engineer Fonsho Adebiyi, said the project will address gaps in transport data and improve planning, safety, regulation, and investment. The project, approved by the Federal Executive Council under a 20-year public-private partnership, will include at least 250 intelligence gantries, traffic management centers across the 36 states and the FCT, electronic tagging, real-time data analytics, and cybersecurity systems. The Director General of NITT, Dr. Bayero Sali Farah, described the data bank as a national transport intelligence infrastructure that will support evidence-based decision-making infrastructure, development, safety, and security. The ministry says the project is expected to provide a secure and integrated transport intelligence system for government, transport operators, and the Nigerian public. The Minister of Education, Ms. Dr. Maruf Tunja-Lausa, says the federal government is repositioning the Monotechnic and Technical Education Board with support from KPMG to strengthen its capacity to effectively supervise polytechnics, monotechnics, and other technical institutions in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. Dr. Lausa said the restructuring, alongside ongoing curriculum reforms and the development of national occupational standards, is aimed at making technical education more skills-focused, industry-relevant, and responsive to Nigeria's employment and economic needs. He said that the curriculum review, supported by 1 billion naira from TETFund, produced 27 new national occupational standards and reviewed 4 existing ones, creating clearer skills pathways from artisan training to OND and HND programs. KPMG Africa and KPMG Nigeria partner ahead of tax, regulatory, and people services, Adewale Ajayi, said the firm's assessment identified significant challenges within the TVET system, noting that about 93% of Nigeria's workforce is in informal employment and over 55% of access curricula were outdated. He highlighted Nigeria's strong TVET graduate employability performance, describing it as evidence of the sector's potential to produce skills that meet labor market demands if its structural, funding, and curriculum challenges are addressed. The minister said the findings of the KPMG assessment and ongoing reforms would provide a stronger foundation for a major, more significant and efficient, fit-for-purpose MBTE capable of driving practical competence, employability, productivity, and human capital development across Nigeria. The Eze-Ndi-Igbo of Abuja, His Royal Highness Dr. Nwosu Ibe, has formally recognized and bestowed the traditional title of Oche-Igbo of Idu, Abuja, on Chief Tony Onya. A brief but colorful ceremony was held at the Abuja residence of Eze Nwosu Ibe and featured the beauty and sophistication of the Igbo culture on full display. Daniel Obi reports.
While performing the traditional rites amid rousing applause from the audience, Eze Nwosu Ibe prayed for good health and a fruitful reign for the new Oche-Igbo of Idu, Chief Tony Onya.
Amen.
Speaking on the sidelines of the event, the Cabinet Secretary, Ambassador Eze Anyagara, and Eze Jude Udobi described the title as a recognition of Chief Onya's commitment to unity, progress, and the welfare of Ndi-Igbo in Idu and across the FCT. They both urged the new title holder to use the position to promote peace, cultural values, and cohesion among Ndi-Igbo and their host communities.
He was chosen because he is humble, straightforward, honest, and assist people in need.
On his part, Chief Tony Onya, his wife, and a member of his entourage all expressed gratitude to Eze Nwosu Ibe and the entire Igbo community for the honor Chief Tony particularly pledged to uphold the dignity of the title and to work closely with the palace and other stakeholders to advance the interest of Ndigbo in Idu and Abuja in general.
There's no way, there's no place you will have 100% support if you are looking for king or even governorship or anything. But the most important thing that make you have the majority and the people that is following you, let them be law-abiding. People who have truth in them.
God asked Solomon, what will I do for you? He said that God should give him wisdom to be able to carry through. Now, I believe that the same thing applies to my husband. With the wisdom of God, with the knowledge of God, my husband will be able to carry on this work and do it to the letter.
Tony Onya is a man we prefer better than all that will fit into that seat as Eze.
The event ended with prayers for peace, prosperity, and stronger unity among Ndigbo in the nation's capital. Daniel Obi, ASO Television News.
The National Inland Waterways Authority, in partnership with Pat Central Limited, has launched a waterways cleanup initiative in Lagos. The program will introduce a structured waste management system for boats, jetties, landing ports, and waterfront facilities aimed at improving navigation, safety, and environmental protection. NUA Lagos Area Manager, Engineer Sarat Brahma, said Lagos was chosen as the starting point because of its extensive waterways and the importance of water transportation to the state economy. Under the initiative, approved waste bins will be provided for boats, while larger collection bins will be installed at jetties for proper disposal. Stakeholders, including the National Association of Nigerian Travel Operators, the Lagos State Government, and Maritime Police, called for greater cooperation from both operators, waterfront communities, and businesses to tackle pollution and illegal activities on the waterways. They said cleaner and safer waterways will protect aquatic life, reduce risk to passengers and operators, boost tourism, and create opportunities for employment and the growth of Nigeria's blue economy. Following the 3-month investigation into the cement industry, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission has embarked on the probe of possible manipulation of cement prices in the Nigerian market. The FCCPC, in a press statement, affirmed that the preliminary findings came from the backdrop of a 40-page field report compiled by its Anti-Competitive Practices Department. The Commission raised concerns over Nigeria's comparatively high retail cement prices despite the country's large limestone deposit, strong domestic production capacity, and reported surplus installed capacity relative to local consumption. Explaining the basics for the Commission's intervention, the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the FCCPC, Mr. Tunji Bello, said the investigation reflects the Commission's responsibility to examine market conditions that have significantly consequences for consumers and the wider economy. He explained that competition scrutiny is not intended to detect the commercial decisions of businesses. Rather, its purpose is to determine whether the market is functioning competitively and whether consumers are receiving the benefits that effective competition should provide. And that's the bulletin. I am Tina Oje Achi. Many thanks for watching.